Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. We're doing something a little different as we are practicing social distancing. We're going to do a safety video for the month of April 2020. And I want to talk about a couple things. First is GHS, Global Harmonized System, and what that is. Basically, back in 2012, OSHA passed into a law, into effect, GHS, which is to standardize hazardous information to make it more easier for workers to understand quickly, especially in an emergency situation. Some of the key changes from that are the hazard classification, standardization of labels with signal words, pictograms, and hazard information, converting previously material safety data sheets, or MSDS, to a new standardized format, safety data sheets, or SDS. So let's talk a little bit about an SDS. An SDS has 16 sections, and it doesn't matter if it comes from Whitaker Oil Company, Whitaker Chemicals, Allchem, Chevron, Shell, they're going to have 16 sections. And I'm not going to talk about all 16, but I want to talk about some. And the first one is section 1, the identification of the product. It's going to be on an SDS. Okay, if you go down, section 3 is the composition of the product, the constituents basically of the products. We have blends. Sometimes we have a 60%, could be 60% toluene or 40% heptane. That's going to be on the SDS on section 3 on the composition. All right. If we go further down, section 7 is handling and storage. How do we handle the product? And how do we store the product? That's very pertinent information to us as we are a distribution warehouse. And sometimes we have products here that freeze at 35 to 34 degrees, and we have to put it in a hot room. Some products we can't put in a hot room at all. So knowing what to do with the product is in this is pertinent information that's in the SDS under section 7. Section 8 is exposure and PPE. Critical information, because not all hazardous chemicals are created equal, and some might need more PPE or personal protective equipment than others. In Spartanburg, for instance, there are some chemicals there that require respirator. So knowing what chemicals that need PPE is very important, and it's in the SDS. And section 14 is shipping. How do we ship the product? You know, the correct shipping names and stuff like that. That's very pertinent, how we ship things. Make sure that we are communicating the information accurately. So those are, I didn't talk about all 16 sections. Your plant managers could go over that with you if you like, but these are some of these sections are some of the important sections that we have to deal with. And I encourage you that if you're a new employee or you've been here 10 years, review your SDSs prior to dealing with a hazardous chemical. Understand the exposure requirements, the handling and storage of the chemical that you're dealing with. Okay. If you have any questions, please contact your plant manager. He could give you more information, or if you need to reach out to me, they could reach out to me and we could get you some additional information on SDS. All right, second is our GHS label. What's a GHS compliant label? Well, first thing it's going to have is it's going to have a product identifier. What is it? You know, it could be, I have a label here. I hope everyone can see it. Isopropyl alcohol, okay? Secondly, it's going to have the supplier identification right here, Whitaker Oil Company, and the contact information. All right. Next, the signal word. It's either going to have danger or warning, and this one right here has danger, which means it's extreme. You need to really keep an eye on this product. If it had warning, it's like a precautionary or be mindful of this hazardous chemical. It's going to have, these signal words are going to have it if they have a pictogram. The next is hazard pictograms. OSHA has 9 pictograms that they created to help us identify hazardous chemicals. I won't go over all of them. Your plant managers will be able to help you out with that information. And if you need some more information, I'll be glad to provide that information quickly to you. But yes, there's 9 pictograms that for a GHS compliant label. We also have hazard statements and precautionary statements right here. These statements were provided by the SDS. They match verbatim and the verbiage of what's in the chemical and what to do in the case of a spill or accident or injury. These are very important information that as an operator that we need to review constantly and see and make us more aware of what our hazardous chemicals. That way we can feel comfortable in a situation if we have an incident or spill or some type of accident. Please feel free to contact your plant manager, who could contact me, and we can provide you some more information on what GHS means to us. All right, lastly, I want to talk about COVID-19. As we are practicing social distancing in Spartanburg, Ocoee, and Atlanta, I just want to touch on a few things. The first thing is make sure that we are washing our hands constantly. CDC, this is the recommendation that they provided to us to make sure that we are washing our hands constantly. Okay, and if you have to sneeze or cough, cover your mouth or use your elbow if you have to make sure that we're not spreading the germs all over the place. As we are practicing social distancing, we want to make sure that we are having a safe distance from one another, so we won't have any viral contact with any other. And lastly, we want to keep our workstation clean and sanitized at all times to make sure that we're not spreading any kind of viruses that might affect one of our employees. So I just want to say thank you to everyone at Whitaker. We are doing a phenomenal job making sure that we are adhering to following the steps that the CDC recommended to us. And it is a challenging time for our business as we are making changes to that. And I just want to say thank you and continue doing that. And if you have any questions about the CDC, please reach out to me. My email, the plant managers know my email. They can reach out to me, and I could be able to help you with more information on that. Well, this is not a professional video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can take something away from GHS. GHS is important to us. It's how we do our business. It's how we can be successful in our business as we do follow GHS compliance on all our SDSs and our labels. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and talk to you soon.